Hi, Rick Nichols here again. In an earlier video, I explained how a series of coincidences back in the early 1990s moved me to get a hold of Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, and how it profoundly changed my life as I went through it. And I'd like to take just a moment now to explain to you one of those coincidences that happened that actually was the front end of this and moved me on down the line. I had been complaining to a friend that my life is getting just a drag. I keep recreating the same dysfunctional relationship over and over again, same job I don't like, and I've been making changes, but it was always something different, but in the same genre that I had lived before. And I said, I want to do something different now. And she said, well, here, try this. And she gave me a desktop flip card set of affirmations. It's 365 affirmations. Said you flip it every month, every day, you do a new affirmation, and your life will change. And I went, right. I'm sure it will. Thank you very much. So I put it on my desk. But I was interested in what affirmations were, so I read the introduction to the flip card set. The woman that wrote them said she was moved to do that by a line she saw in a book called The Nature of Personal Reality, written by Jane Roberts. And she said that line was, the point of power is in the present moment. Ah, I thought, the point of power is in the present moment. Point of power, that interested me. If I could find a point of power, then I would be powerful and I could just power my way through life having whatever I want. So I set out on a quest to find this point of power. But first I had to find the nature of personal reality. And I did, found it finally in a used bookstore. It was out of print. Started reading the book and my life just flipped upside down. I started having all kinds of trouble. Flat tires, run out of gas, forget appointments, sleep in too late and miss things. And I was getting nervous. And so I called a friend of mine who was a secretary in a business that I used to have. And she claimed to be a psychic. And of course I never believed in psychics. I was pretty skeptical of everything those days. And I said to her, Sam, I'm reading this book and I'm having trouble. My life has just gone kind of topsy-turvy, upside down. What's causing that? She said, I don't know. I said, well, what do you mean you don't know? You're a psychic. Psychics are supposed to know these things. She said, well, I don't. But I'll bet if you call my friend in San Francisco, she's a psychic to the psychics, that she'll know. Give her a call. I said, okay, I'll do it. So I called her, and she said, well, I know what your problem is right away. And I said, what? She said, you're reading at the graduate level. That book is way esoteric. You'll never be able to understand it until you start somewhere at a more elementary level. And I said, well, what is that? What do I do? She said, get a hold of a book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. And start at the front of that book and read all the way to the end of the book. And then cycle back to the front of it and then crawl your way through it, doing every exercise that she suggests that you do. And what I can do is promise you that if you do that, your life will change, probably profoundly and in a very positive way. So once in a while, I do listen to good advice. So I got the book and I started on it. It took me about 6 months to get through all those exercises, but when I finished, my life began to change. And over a period of time, it allowed me to create a life that I had always dreamed about living before and never had accomplished. So I know the value of that information. That is why we have this website, to help men understand the same thing and to hopefully guide you to living a healthier, happier, more satisfying life. So be sure and join the Heal Your Life for Men website by filling in the form in the sidebar. And you'll get notification of when we have new postings on the website. And we will do everything we can to help you change your life in a much better and positive way. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.